Welcome back, everybody, to Decision Time. We're back twice in 1 week. Again.
Yeah.
This time we are covering UFC Seattle, Israel Adesanya versus Joe Pyfer.
Yeah.
And you guys asked, we listened.
We moved the Christmas tree.
It's
gone.
It's gone. It's over there. All right. It's just off to the side. It's still there. It's still there. It's part of. Yeah, it's part of. It might make an appearance comeback if
it's tradition.
If that's what you guys want. Yeah. But yes, UFC Seattle is happening this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go through each fight because
Yep.
we had a little bit more time to talk today. But yeah, I'm excited. It's not a bad card.
It's not a bad card.
It has some definitely ups and downs. It's a roller coaster.
Yeah, truly.
For sure.
Hopefully it's a maybe comparable card to London because that kind of was underwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe this over gets better.
Yeah.
So they average out to a pretty good card.
Yeah, and I think the overall story of this card for me is in with the old, or in with the new, out with the old, out with the old, in with the new. Is that the saying?
Yeah.
Out with the old, in with the new.
Yeah.
We're seeing Adesanya versus Pyfer, possibly a not young but an up and coming guy who's finding his traction, taking on a seasoned veteran. Then we also have veterans like Michael Chiesa, Mason Tybura, defending their spots. So
It's are they washed?
Are they washed?
Got
Are
wash
they
checked.
lot of vets defending their spots on this card, which could provide some exciting moments. Without further ado, we got Casey O'Neill. That's the first fight, right?
The first fight is Alexia Thainara versus Bruno Brasil.
Right, my
The
fault.
rematch.
Yeah.
This fight is very interesting. This in itself has just been a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
The original fight was Nicole Cagliari versus Carol Ferreau.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was Carol Ferreau versus Stephanie Luciano. Then it was Luciano versus Alexia Thainara. And now it's this. How did it keep getting better and better it was originally Cagliari versus Ferreau.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And now it's a ranking fight. What
Yeah.
the hell happened?
Yeah.
And it's like a ranking fight and a rematch. Banger.
Yeah.
Banger.
I'm excited. I went kind of back and forth, but I think Bruno Brasil, honestly, in my opinion, is washed at this point in her career. I think she's very outdated.
Mm-hmm.
I think Alexia Thainara has looked very good in her last couple matchups.
Oh, yeah.
She's a really good wrestler, and I think she can use that. A really good grappler. I think she can use that a lot to her advantage in this one.
Yeah. I mean, Thainara's only loss of her career was Bruno Brasil.
Yeah,
I
way
think
back.
it was 2019 or so.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny because, she was, I think, 22 or so at that point, 22, 23.
Mm-hmm.
She's just improved, a
Throughout.
lot since then.
Throughout.
Ironically, Bruno won the fight, but since then, she's gone 8-4,
Mm-hmm.
and in the UFC, 4-4.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
So one of them has kind of plateaued
Mm-hmm.
and gotten older because she was already she was the older fighter. She still is.
Yep.
Versus, Alexia has just improved. I personally have Thainara to get that get back.
Yeah.
Which basically means she has 0 losses in her career and she's undefeated. I'm there.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah. I made my pick. I'm picking Thainara.
Oh, did you say Thainara?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I think it's a very close matchup. Both are very well rounded.
Yes.
But I think Thainara has a slight edge for me in activity in the octagon, output. I think Bruno Brasil in her last matchups has looked very timid and very I don't know. She needs to change gyms, change coaches.
Fighting nerds?
I don't know. She just does not seem like she has it in her anymore. But we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, her only wins in the last few years were what? I know she beat Ming Xi, which, is that a good win? I don't even know. And then she beat Molly McCann, a couple years ago, which also I don't know if that's a very good win or not, but, so it's just she's beaten some
names.
okay people,
Yeah.
but she also lost to Wang Kong. Wang Kong's a demon, though.
Shout out Wing Kong.
Shout out Wang Kong.
Mm-hmm.
But Alexia's just, she's good.
Yeah.
She's good.
Ricky Simone versus Adrian Yanez. Adrian, I wouldn't fight Peyton Talbot. Yanez. This one's interesting for me. it's a very stylistic matchup.
Yeah.
Ricky Simone, heavy wrestler, brings that wrestling pressure, and Yanez has got possibly one of the better boxing styles and like striking styles, combo wise, in the entire division, but just has had a lot of unfortunate losses to some big names.
Yeah.
But.
So who are you?
Oh, I'm picking Ricky Simone.
Okay.
I think he's just gonna grapple and wrestle.
Yeah.
Yanez to the ground. I would like to see Yanez win because he is a really good striker, and I think he could catch Ricky Simone. But even though Simone got out wrestled by GOAT Rony Barcelos in his last matchup, I think his grappling is worse than Barcelos, but way better than Yanez. Yeah. So I think he just kind of dogs Yanez in this one.
Yeah, I mean, Ricky Simone lost to GOAT Rony Barcelos, but he also did beat the literal GOAT Merab Dvalishvili. So, it evens out.
Yeah.
Ricky Simone, he's pretty well-rounded. Like, he can strike pretty well, but he's obviously more of a wrestler-grappler kind of person. He's on a bit of a rough patch. He's gone 2-4 since 2023, which isn't great. And he's only beaten two okay people, Cameron Smotherman, Javid Basharat, who both could maybe be out of the UFC, considering what happened with Cam.
Yeah.
But, he's been kind of mid, but at the same time, Adrian, he's 1-3 in that same time span.
Mm-hmm.
And his last fight was in December of 24, which I don't even know where he's been. He's just been, like, chilling. I'm good.
Yeah.
So it's just, like, I don't know what Yanez has to offer anymore.
Yeah.
His last fight was about a year and a half ago at this point. So just because of that, I'm picking Ricky Simone just because he actually fights.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's basically just like ring rust that I'm picking Ricky Simone.
Yeah. Navajo Stirling versus Bruno Lopes. I'll let you take the reins on this one, Ben.
Like Navajo Stirling, he kind of has not been super. He's been like impressive in he's been winning.
Yeah.
But he's very much like. There's two brands of city kickboxing fighters. There's like the Israel Adesanya, Carlos Ulberg kind of fighters.
Yeah.
And there's like the Dan Hooker fighters where like you have demons.
Yeah.
And point fighters.
Yeah.
It's kind of like once you hit like middleweight plus, you just start becoming kind of boring.
Yeah.
But all the guys that are like welterweight lower.
That's true.
Fun.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Navajo Stirling is one of that kind where he's just kind of a point fighter, kind of boring. And Bruno Lopes sucks. Yeah. So it's going to be Navajo Stirling by probably a pretty boring decision.
Yeah. Yeah. I would like to see a knockout from Navajo. Coming into the UFC, the hype around him was crazy. Yeah. And he was getting some crazy knockouts before the UFC. But since then, he's just been kind of like very chill.
He's gone to like boring decisions with Tuco Tokos, Rodolfo Bellato, and Ivan Urslan. Yeah.
I'm really looking for him to get a knockout this one, especially against Bruno Lopes.
I just want to see something.
Just something different. Like, prove that your hype was real. Yeah. Instead of just point fighting. He should easily beat Bruno Lopes no matter what. Yeah.
But he also should have easily beat Tuco, Rodolfo, and Ivan. So
I think Navajo wins no matter what.
Yes.
I would like to see it in an exciting way. That way we get a little bit of proof that you are this guy that you were hyped up to be, and not just another point fighter.
Another like Ulberg who's like, you're winning, but
at what cost? Yeah. Yeah. Casey O'Neill. Gabrielle Fernandes.
We have a Scottish
Scot, and
she doesn't rep Scotland, which
crazy.
Unfortunate, but
Why does nobody do that?
Yeah, truly. We saw last week what happened. Yeah. We don't rep Scotland.
You
get slimed. With that being said, I'm still taking Casey O'Neill. I mean, she is kind of. I think she's the underdog in this. Weirdly enough. I mean, Gabrielle's on a 3-fight win streak. Maybe it's a bit of a tough sell because Casey O'Neill's not looked great in her last few, but I'm taking her anyways.
Yeah. She's won in the 2 in her last 3, but before that she was on a 4-fight win streak.
Yeah.
So she's 5-2 in the UFC.
Yeah.
Gabrielle Fernandes is on a 3-fight win streak. However, I think Casey O'Neill is still the more experienced, better fighter all around. Yes, hasn't
and we're
looked
not
great.
biased at all.
No. But O'Neill's heavy pressure and pace, I think, is going to be the determining factor of this fight. Fernandes is aggressive, so I think she could catch her with something.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if O'Neill sticks to her game plan, she could get an easily bounce back and work her way back up into the rankings. I think I'm going to take O'Neill by just decision here.
That's not ridiculous.
That's not ridiculous.
Now, what are your thoughts on Marcin Tybura versus the debuting Tyrell Fortune?
I don't really know. I think Tybura's well rounded. Mm-hmm. He like I mentioned, he is one of those vet guys that's on this card that I wouldn't mind seeing him buy.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, he was originally supposed to fight Walter, which if he was
that was way
Walter,
more interesting.
It would have been a sliming.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. However, from what little information there is out there about Tyrell Fortune, I like him. I think he's strong. He's aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
He's a newcomer to the UFC, and he's a little bit older, and he's only 6 foot, which is kind of small for a heavyweight. And I think my Tybura is 6'3". Height's not a big factor, but I think it could play a factor this one. Age is definitely a factor. This is kind of an unction. Mm-hmm. I am going to take Fortune to win.
You're taking Tyrell Fortune?
Yeah, I think the 40 years old for Marcin Tybura has caught up to him a little bit, especially in that last matchup against Ante Delia. Mm-hmm. And I don't like him. I think Fortune's going to be stronger, and with his wrestling base, I think he's going to get this one done. I'm going to pick Tyrell Fortune by decision.
Interesting. I am... So, Marcin Tybura, we know who he is. Jack of all trades, master of none. He's well-rounded, but not, I would say, considerably great at any one thing.
Yep.
Tyrell, debuting on short notice. I'll also add, if it was Walter Walker, I would say, well, that's obviously a win. Like, Marcin could stop the grappling for a bit, but Walter Walker wins that easily. Mm-hmm. Tyrell Fortune is a very different fighter. You know, you were game planning for this like big, humongous grappler that could, do some damage, but he's a grappler. Mm-hmm. Now you're fighting just a dude who throws hands. So it's like a very different fighter, younger than Walter or Marcin. I'm also going with Tyrell Fortune, not by decision. I think he knocks Marcin Tybura out in his debut.
Fair enough.
He is a knockout artist.
Yeah.
And he's going to slime the 40-year-old.
That's fair. I like that take.
I like that.
Chase Hooper versus... Sorry, were you had more to say?
No, I mean...
The Gooner versus the...
Canadian.
You take the reins on this one, because I got some things to say.
I don't even, this fight is so... interesting to me. Mm-hmm. So, Chase Hooper, he's improved in almost every fight in the UFC. Obviously, barring his last fight against Fernandes.
Yeah.
But in almost every fight, he's improved his striking, his grappling's gotten better. He's just gotten... He's very well improved with age. So, he's really solid. Lance Gibson, he's not bad. He arguably beat King Green.
Yes.
And, it was short notice. It was, I think, 2 days' notice. So, you can't judge Lance Gibson off of that fight alone. You have to judge him off his other fights, where he does well. So, this could go either way. It either goes with Chase Hooper being able to grapple him and, hurt him on the ground, or Lance Gibson using his wide frame, stopping it, and hitting him on the feet. I want Chase Hooper to win. But I'm taking Lance Gibson Jr.
I like that.
To win on the feet.
Yeah.
Maybe a knockout, but probably a decision.
I could see it. This one I went back and forth on because I love Chase Hooper.
Yes.
The Gooner himself.
I love him.
And I completely agree. I think throughout his young career, he's just gotten better, and I could see him continuing to improve. He's only 26 years old. I don't see him. I could see him being in the UFC for another 10, 11 years.
Oh yeah.
Gibson is more balanced in MMA. I think he's a lot more athletic in MMA.
Yep.
This one's tough though, because I think Gibson's grappling can hang. Chase Hooper's a really good submission artist, however.
Yes.
And I think, again, small sample size, arguably beat on a run right now, King Green.
Yep.
And King Green's a tough matchup. I'm also going to take Lance Gibson.
Hey!
I think it's a very likely possibility, however, that Chase Hooper submits him.
Yes. I think it's either Chase Hooper sub or Lance Gibson by the other two options.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, I don't see Chase... Well, Chase Hooper could get a decision if he just, holds him down.
But I don't think Chase Hooper's strong enough, and that's not really his game.
Yeah.
He likes to work from bottom full guard, bottom half guard, and look for submissions from there. Whereas his top game's good, but I don't think it's as good as his bottom game. And I think if he tries to stay on top, I think Gibson might be good enough to get out. Maybe not good enough, but strong enough to possibly get out.
He's just so big.
Yeah.
It's yeah. Now, for the feature prelim, this is just a very weird fight. Originally was Tofiq Musayev versus Samuel Sanchez. For some reason now it's Ignacio Bahamondes. What are you doing here?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why you would take this fight, just because it's, short notice. I mean, Tofiq Musayev's not, that good.
Yeah.
But, it's still short notice. It's just hands.
Yeah.
It's just, a hand fest. I'm going with Bahamondes because there's no way Tofiq Musayev wins at his old age.
No.
You'd think.
No.
But I'm taking Ignacio.
Not much to say with this one. I think Ignacio gets this one quite easily. Tofiq is impressive. He's powerful. He's aggressive. But I think Bahamondes with his long striking, he's creative with his striking, and he's flashy. I think he's very easily going to get this done.
Should very easily.
Sneaky fight of the night. I'm just saying. I think this could win fight of the night. I think it's going to be a banger feature prelim.
It could be the fight of the night, but it won't be round of the night because opening up the main card, T-Rex Terrance McKinney versus
friend of
the
the
show,
Kyle
Nelson.
Shout out
Oh
Nelson.
My God! What an absolute banger matchup! I feel like Terrance McKinney, they just want him to die. They're just putting him against the most just brain damage fights you can get.
Yeah.
And I'm there for it. Because Kyle Nelson is getting a sliming on Terrance McKinney. You're hearing it here first. You're hearing it here now. We are up.
Yeah.
We are up.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Absolutely.
I think this is a sliming for the Canadian. Kyle Nelson had a rough start to his career.
Sure.
But he's turned it around.
Oh yeah.
He's 34. He's not going to win a title or anything, but
you don't know that.
Fair enough.
You seen his hands?
But and I've seen his hands in person.
Yeah.
But honestly, 4-1 in his last 5.
Yep.
Since that draw to Du Ho Choi. And he's looked impressive in all of them.
Yep.
He's gotten multiple finishes, multiple decision wins. Should have had multiple finishes against. Should have another finish against Matt Favola.
Don't even get me start on that.
I like Terrance McKinney. I think Terrance McKinney's really, really fun. But I think this is a first round knockout for my boy Kyle.
I mean, yeah,
the monster.
Yeah.
Nelson.
His only loss in the last 3 years was against Steve Garcia, who solid. I'm not gonna diss Steve Garcia.
Yeah.
But Kyle Nelson, hey, run that back. Kyle Nelson gets that.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
And his gym has just really turned him around.
Oh yeah.
House of Champions started. He really started slow, but he's made a comeback.
Oh my God.
Holy moly, title run maybe starts now. Maybe you're right. Maybe he could win a title. I don't know.
Against what, that Ilya Topuria guy?
Light work.
That guy's not even fighting anymore. Come on. Now, you go from like a banger matchup to like such a. I don't love this matchup because it's just two people I could. Well, they're both prospects. One of them is like 35.
Yeah.
But like they're both young in their careers. Mansur Abdul-Malik versus Yousri Belgaroui.
I don't like this one.
It's a like very fun fight.
Yeah.
But I don't know why we're doing it now.
Yeah. Yeah, almost do it like a year or two from now. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, this one's going to be super interesting for me. I really like Mansur for obvious reasons. Here. No, but I really like Mansur Abdul-Malik. Yousri Belgaroui. I don't know much about him, so I'm just picking the fighter I know. Mansur Abdul-Malik. I think he's athletic, he's explosive. He's really impressed me in his fights. Yeah. He's undefeated, but this is a for sure prospect fight, and which is crazy because he's 33. But I got Mansur Abdul-Malik by knockout.
Wow. Okay. I also really like Mansur Abdul-Malik. I like both these guys. Mansur, he has longer reach, which is interesting because Yousri is like 3 inches taller, or 4 inches, something like that. He's a big guy.
Yep.
He is a former glory kickboxer. He's fought the likes of Adesanya, Pereira, Simon Marcus. He's solid. He's a really good kickboxer, which is very weird. I don't know why all these kickboxers, like, they just transition to the, like, MMA really late, and they're all solid. Like, Simon Marcus, of course, is a lower example, but Pereira and Yousri are both old as hell.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's odd. But, you know, Yousri, he lost to Alex Pereira. Now he trains at the Teixeira gym. I'm taking Yousri Belgaroui to win this. Also by knockout. Someone's going down. I got Yousri, you got Mansur.
Yeah.
Either way, I think it'll definitely be a knockout, but it'll be really fun. It's going to be a really fun match. And that's all I got to say about that one. You know, the next one is a very weird fight. Just Julian Erosa versus Lerryan Douglas.
I don't even know what to talk. I think this should be way lower on the card.
Yeah,
I don't know why it's so high.
Banger, and it's like...
Juicy J?
Oh, sure, yeah. It's like, right.
I don't really know much about Lerryan Douglas. He's debuting off the Contender Series after a good knockout versus Cam Teague. It was a mean left hook. And he's fighting a older Julian Erosa who did not look great against Melchizedek Costa in his last matchup.
Yeah.
But before that, he was on a 3-fight win streak. I think
3-fight finish streak at that.
3-fight finish streak. I am going to take Julian Erosa.
Okay.
I think he's the more experienced, more veteran fighter. I think he's beat bigger names than this before.
Yep.
Unless I just don't know ball, and Lerryan Douglas is just that guy, and I'm completely off my mark here. Guys like Julian Erosa has guys against like Ricardo Ramos, Christian Rodriguez, Darren Elkins. I think these guys are all better than Lerryan Douglas. And he lost that fight to Melchizedek Costa, but
Melky's nice.
Melky is nice. So we'll see how this goes. I'm just gonna pick Julian Erosa because I know more about him, but I always hope for a contender win, and a guy debuting, making his impact early will be fun if it happens.
Yeah. This is just a very... I don't know who wins this fight because, like you said, of course, one's debuting, one's a vet. He's 9-8 in the UFC, but like a lot of the losses are like against solid names.
Yeah. And
it's a very much a grappler versus striker matchup. You know, Erosa has a lot of good chokes. He's really good at the wraps. Versus Lerryan, throws hands.
Yeah.
And he does it pretty well. I mean, he finished, what's his name? Cam Teague. Cam Teague's not great, though. He is 0-2 on Contender Series. So it's like, how good is he? He's beaten Javier Reyes, who beat Douglas, what's his name? Douglas Lima or whatever, on the Mexico card. So that's like his most impressive win. Is it good enough to beat Erosa? I don't know. You know, is his grappling to that level? I'm not sure. And even like the age is not that big of a gap because it's like you have a debuting guy who's 30, I think he's like 30, 31, something like that.
Yep.
And Erosa's like 34, 35, something like that. I'm going to pick, I guess, Lerryan Douglas just because he's debuting and, you know, they kind of like to give favorable matchups to young prospects.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pick Douglas, but I'm not confident in that one at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just Douglas.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. Michael Chiesa versus Nico Price. A weird featured fight for the co-main.
Yeah.
Just an unction. Michael Chiesa, very good grappler.
Retirement fight.
Probably, yeah, it is. He did announce his retirement fight. Versus Nico Price, a very chaotic guy, thrives in the chaos, very unorthodox. I think I'm going to pick Michael Chiesa to win in his retirement fight.
Absolutely.
I think he gets submission.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I think absolutely he wins this fight because, first of all, retirement, he's going all out, you know?
Yeah.
He's got nothing left to go for. And also, Nico Price got slimed, like, last month on the, I think it was the Oliveira card.
Mm-hmm. February 7th.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, he just got, like, smoked.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's fighting Michael Chiesa, who's a better fighter than the guy maybe a better fighter than the guy he fought last month.
Nikolai.
Yeah, Nikolai Veretennikov. He's, like, fine.
Yeah.
Maybe he could beat Chiesa just because he's younger, but Chiesa's, like, a much more experienced vet, so I think certainly Chiesa wins this fight.
Yes.
Damn near a lock, almost. Like, he's like...
honestly, yeah.
He's like... He's got all the storylines.
Including grappling matches, Nico Price is 1-7 in his last 8. Like, combat sports.
Who did he lose to in the grappling matches? Was it, like, notable people?
So in 2022, I'll just read them out to you. This is UFC. 2022, he lost to Phil Rowe and Robbie Lawler in the UFC.
In 22?
No, in 22, and in 2023, Robbie Lawler he lost to.
That's not... Okay.
And then in 2023, as well, he fought in grappling, and he lost to Levi McQuinn.
Okay.
And then in 2023, in December, in CFFC, in a grappling match, he lost to Pat Sabatini.
Oh, okay.
Then comes back to the UFC, canceled bout against Jeremiah Wells. Then beats Alex Morano.
Okay, that's not horrible.
And then 2024 October, he loses to Themba Gorimbo.
Themba Gorimbo! Oh, hell no!
And then almost 8 months later, he fights on UFC 317 and loses to Jacoby Smith by rear naked choke.
Fair.
And then recently, a month ago, he lost to Nikolai Veretennikov by elbows and punches, standing TKO.
Yeah, so you lose to Themba Gorimbo, I'm not picking you.
You lose to Pat Sabatini in a grappling.
Pat Sabatini's like a fine grappler, like that one's...
But he lost by Sulovev stretch.
Oh. Okay. So, yeah.
So Michael Chiesa, honestly, by whatever he wants. Whatever submission he can do.
I think this might be a crazy shout. What if he gets his first UFC KO? Like, Nico Price just got smoked last month.
Yeah. That's not a bad show.
Imagine Chiesa, his final UFC fight, gets like a TKO.
It's like a spinning heel kick.
Like, it's just a full knockout. Just like the most crazy knockout you've ever seen.
Yeah.
You got that. Yo, go for a few more years, bro.
He does like a Showtime, like spinning off the cage heel kick. It's like, what the fuck just happened?
A Showtime Rolling Thunder. He just does like a front flip. It's like,
yeah, he bounces off the cage, front flip, head top.
Just the last fight, he's like, yeah, that's what I had in my bag. Peace.
I could have done it the whole time. Yo. Islam, look out. Michael Chiesa is here.
No, Islam's like, he's like, oh, thank God
he's
retired. Oh, that's so funny.
Alexa Grasso versus Macy Barber, the matchup kind of we've been waiting for at flyweight, women's flyweight.
I don't even know. This fight's just like, Grasso she's fine. She's not like, I don't even know like what to say about this fight. Like, it's a decision.
Oh,
I'll start off with that.
Oh, absolutely a decision.
It's just like, who? Like, Grasso, she used to be so good.
Yeah, and she did beat Macy Barber back in 2021 as well.
True. But since that fight, Barber is on a, like, 15
yeah,
fight
and that was also when Barber was, like, 24 years old.
Yeah.
And since then, yeah, she's on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fight win streak.
Say that again? Anyways, who are you picking to win?
I'm going to pick Macy Barber. I think this one, just by decision. Barber, I think, is the more physical and aggressive fighter and has way improved her wrestling since their last matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Grasso, however, very good boxer, clean, composed, but I think Macy Barber's aggressiveness in this fight is going to what wins her this matchup, just because, due to the fact, sorry, the camera stopped. Don't stop the audio.
Due to the fact of what?
Sorry.
You don't need to clap. Just keep going.
Just due to the fact that Barber's just way more aggressive and just has to use that aggressiveness to win this matchup. They're both relatively still young, so like they're both probably going to be here for a while. Possible title implications as well, and Grasso's had her chance at the title. I'd like to see Macy Barber get a shot.
Yeah, she's won 1-1 in title fights.
Yes. I think Macy Barber's going to finally prove that she's here and that she deserves that title shot. Next, I am picking Macy Barber with the better wrestling, not the better striking, but the better wrestling, and I think she can hang on the feet long enough.
Yeah, Grasso, she has not won a fight since 2023, I believe, or maybe it was 2024, the one when she beat Shevchenko. And then since then she drew Shevchenko, lost Shevchenko, and then lost to Natalia Silva, which obviously those are fine names to lose to. Barber is like a step down from Natalia Silva and Shevchenko, but since they last fought, she's on a, I don't remember the exact number, I think it's like you said it was 7 fight win streak, right? 7 fight win streak. Grasso, it's truly just like, are you washed card.
Yeah.
And I think
in with the out with the old, in with the new.
And I'm going with the new.
Yeah.
I'm going with the girl from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Macy Barber.
I didn't know all that. That makes the pick even better.
Yeah. Makes it even sweeter.
Yeah.
Macy
Barber.
Shout out Con Knuppel. I'm picking Macy Barber just to win, get that get back, just like Alexia Thainara earlier in the card.
Is it time?
It's time.
Main event time. Israel Adesanya versus Joe Pyfer. This is his comeback fight. Is he still elite? Is he rapidly declining still?
Three losses by 3 different ways. Yeah. A decision, a knockout, and a sub.
It's the classic veteran versus power puncher. Guy that has been finished versus the guy that can finish people. Do you want to make your pick first, or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first, but I feel we may have maybe the same pick. This truly is just what's it called? You know, like when you're on death row and it's like you're walking to the guillotine.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like you're getting walked out. You know you're getting put down. Israel Adesanya loves dogs, and that dog's getting put down. Joe body cam off Pyfer will be getting a knockout win, potentially retiring Israel Adesanya. I'm taking Joe Pyfer. Solemnly.
Oh man. Yeah. Joe Pyfer, explosive power. We've seen it throughout his career and his impressive rise to the top. And he's got good grappling, super dangerous early on. And Israel Adesanya, Joe Pyfer. Joe Pyfer will be losing this weekend to Israel Adesanya.
Don't fucking do that shit, man.
Just bring it up. Just hold it up to you.
There's a fire alarm inspection in the building right now, but Israel Adesanya is...
This will be our final episode. We are going to die.
Israel Adesanya is going to be beating Joe Pyfer by decision or late knockout. I think Pyfer is dangerous relatively early, but I think Izzy's experience in 5-round matchups is going to be the difference maker in this one. Overall, Israel Adesanya.
I think Pyfer wins, but anyways, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.
Thank you so much for subscribing, following, liking, commenting, everything. We will see you next week. We'll see you never again. Please send help.
Help!